Okay, after much frustration and rage and whining and moaning and everything in between, finally we are here in the mission 20, La Vita Nuova, destroy the evil Sanctus, the final mission. Fighting against the demon pope again. I'm not really looking forward to it because the demon pope on this difficulty seems to be really fucking annoying, and it's even more annoying in this second shit.
We had originally intended Dante to form the Savior's core. Perhaps it would have been wise to adhere to that choice.
Too late for regrets. Now release Kyrie!
Why oppose the order? I knew your faith was weak, but I always thought you served our wishes.
Bad enough you lying about all this and trying to kill me. But what really pissed me off was using Kyrie!
What is that? Love.
Look it up.
Come on, kid, it's time to finish this!
Wrapping things up on my end.
Don't be too sure, boy. Although flawed, the power of the Savior is beyond that of which you can defeat.
The Savior is coming. Oh yeah, does that. Come on. I got him. I killed him before he could even do the fucking sports spam attack. I got lucky.
The power of Sparta. Why won't you give me strength? Am I not worthy?
Never could take those legends too literally. But I do know that Sparta.
Once you actually know what to do with the,
Another person. A human.
it's like a lot more easier. But the fucking teleporting shit, it's just so it's so tedious. They've made everything so fucking tedious.
We'll save you. Just hold on.
Like gimmicky tedious. That's my.
Move or I'll.
Don't move or I'll not do anything, I'll just die. What? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. They made everything like so tedious. That's my complaint from the first time I played this. Everything is like, you're so clumsy compared to the enemies teleporting around, moving like instant speed, and you have no ways to like get close to the enemy. Or follow them up, except using like Stinger or Streak, and those are like against the bosses really problematic because they're punishable. And even in that fight, you're supposed to use the snatch to get close, but he will be just like instantly, permanently teleporting away, and you can never catch up, like we saw in the previous. Like the early fight. I mean... Compared to the enemies, it feels like you're moving in a molasses, like you're like fucking... stumbling in quicksand. There are so many like minor negatives that I like just don't make this game. Like now that I've played Devil May Cry 3 and Devil May Cry 5, they are just so far superior games to this one. Like this isn't necessarily bad, but it's definitely not good either. It's not like
What? You looking for an apology?
Well, how long am I gonna have to wait for?
well made.
This guy just doesn't let it go.
This is where it started.
And now that I know what to do with this gimmick shit, I know how to counter this as well.
All right then. Go finish it, kid.
Unlike in the previous, like my first playthrough, I actually timed my attack to the second one, and it was probably just like off by 1 or 2 frames. It looked like it actually worked. But my timing was off 1 or 2 frames, so it didn't work, and I had no idea what the fuck to do, because it didn't work the first time. Then when I tried it later on, it actually did. Why do I have a devil trigger on? Oh yeah. I'm kind of stupid. I guess I'm healing. Ah, fuck it. Fuck you! Didn't do anything. How is that not like hitting it? This is like really fucking stupid, honestly. Like honestly.
Now I know. This hand was made for sending guys like you back to hell. And now you die.
Like the combat system of this game is actually decent, but it's just not enough to actually, like, there's so many
I guess I should thank you.
things that aren't.
But that'd be out of character. Maybe you should just throw an insult my way instead.
Yeah, that sounds better. Still, I owe you.
Don't sweat it. I had my reasons for helping. Take care of yourself.
Wait. You forgot this.
Keep it.
What? I thought this meant a lot to you.
That's the only kind of gift worth giving. I want to entrust it to you, so I am. What you do from here is your call.
Hey, Dante. Will we meet again?
So, is this the end?
Maybe. Maybe.
The city's a wreck.
Yeah.
I am still alive, right?
Yeah. We both are. Kitty A. If I'm a demon and not a human anymore, is this what you want?
Nero, you're you. And it's you I want to be with. I don't know anyone who is as human as you are.
Oh yeah, you need to beat these guys up. So hopefully I actually get to the end of the countdown this time. Like my first
Guess that
playthrough.
kiss is gonna have to wait.
It's alright.
I think they killed her in that one. I'm supposed to like actually make it so that the enemies won't attack. Well, at least she didn't die this time. Okay, so some of my thoughts actually while this is playing out. I mean, I've now played all of the Devil May Cries, and 5 is so much superior compared to this. Like, it kind of feels like that's what they were expecting to do with this game. Like, the 3 is simpler in the fighting mechanics and everything. It has like certain type of deep depth in them, but it's it's still like really deep in the fighting game mechanics or the hack and slash mechanics, even though it's pretty simplified. And you're actually like learning the fight. Like, many of the fights, for example, the virtual stuff is like actually skill based. You're like actually fighting. In this one, there's some of the fights, like for example the Dante fight, is just like an AI gimmick shit from a fighting game, like a bad fighting game, which makes the enemy like reach your inputs and counter with everything, like have basically like a 5-frame reaction times, which is just inhumanly impossible. Or humanly impossible. And that's how they went. That's the same shit as in Ninja Gaiden series, where they like basically just like reach your inputs in many situations, and the humanoid bosses are the same as well. Like, they can just like instantly do stuff and counter everything. So they did that in this game with Dante, and many of the bosses are like super gimmicky. The AIs are so, like, in my opinion, pretty like poorly done. For example, like how they start spamming one move after the other. Like, basically they don't have any like if they'd have like a one move that you really can't do anything about, the AI would be programmed to just spam that infinitely, and you couldn't do anything about it. Like, the mechanics are so like I don't want to say unfair, but they're kind of like so random, like excessively random, that I feel like they kind of messed that up a bit. There should be like, for example, that they can't just like do certain thing, and there's like lots of these gimmicky type of deals that you have to fight against. Like, Credo is a really hard boss, especially on this, but mainly because of the way that he's like so... Wait, what the fuck is this?
You're a lifesaver. Now I can finally do my job in peace.
I don't remember this. What?
If it was a lifesaver gig, then don't you think we deserve a little more? You call this sincerity?
More? Was it not your fault that things escalated to the level that they did? Bringing Sparta into the spotlight?
Hey, I was just getting to the good part.
This is your case too, Dante.
Yeah, well, we take what we can get, right?
Well, then it's settled.
Devil May Cry. It's a customer with the password. They're nearby. What should we do?
You need to ask?
Can I come along?
Do what you want. don't expect to get paid.
There's something so exciting about all this. You think so, right?
I won't lie.
Okay. Are you ready?
Then come on, babes! Let's rock!
Is this like legendary Dark Knight thing? Because I don't remember that happening in my playthrough. I don't know what achievement I got, but whatever. You're in a league of your own, kid. Well, this is like a new... what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Okay. Sure. Gallery can now be selected. Son of Sparta can now be selected. Well, I kind of beat the Son of Sparta, basically. New costumes. Thank you for playing. Until we meet again. So the negative thing about this shit is that yeah, you can't even see the rankings of those. The secret missions actually apply, but you don't. I really hate how they do it in this game with the... I'm not sure if it was in the third game as well, but you can't like do a new game. I'm not sure if you can do it like on any one of these, but playing a new game on like a fresh game on a harder difficulty. Like you can't at the moment, now that I've beaten that, oh shit, it changes the background to that. Like I always have to play from like a load game and basically having the health and like it's always new game plus, so I can't play the highest difficulty or the higher difficulty with like 0. The good thing about this was that I could play the higher difficulty like the Legendary Dark Knight and a higher difficulty from fresh game file because of the special edition, since that's like the thing in this. But I really hate how they're doing it. I would like to do like a playthrough of harder difficulty from fresh game files, but unfortunately you can't. Which is kind of a annoying thing. But anyway, I finished the Legendary Dark Knight. Like, you can't really like compare that to anything because of it's like kind of ridiculous with the enemy thing. You can't like play that skillfully or anything. Like you're just basically spamming the same shit to get through most of the situations, which seem to be like a Helmbreaker or Split. And that's about it. You just spam it basically in most situations. Just jumping off the wall or jumping in the corner and spamming that shit. But yeah, so it's not comparable. Like the Son of Sparta, the same this is what I heard, that it's the same difficulty as the Legendary Dark Knight, but like without the insane amount of enemies. Is probably like pretty skill based, and you can just like you do that. Play it like I actually liked it. I like the turbo mode as well. I actually enjoyed the turbo mode a lot more than the previous one. But still, the whole like there's so many like minor negative things that make this game, like the combat system is pretty complex. After playing the Devil May Cry 5, okay, it's not as complex as in that, but for what it is, it's actually pretty complex and kind of nice to use. The problem is that the mechanics don't work properly with the whole thing. Like the fact is, your movement and everything is so clumsy compared to the enemies, compared to the mechanics, compared like with everything, that it's just not that, like it doesn't just work well, in my opinion. This is just my opinion after playing this for a while now. And it just doesn't, like, in my opinion, it doesn't work, honestly, that well. The camera system, lock-on system, everything just doesn't work with this type of, like, speed. Like, if the enemies would be attacking you off screen, like, the game has this thing that where if the camera isn't pointed at the enemies, they won't attack you, or at least attack you as often. And that's kind of the reason why I got through the Legendary Dark Knight without that much problems. But if the enemies would attack you from off screen, like they do in other hack and slash games, this would be like really just like insanely frustrating on any difficulty, because there's like the enemies hover around off screen, around anywhere, like especially the coast type enemies. They go inside the walls, they're flying there, then they come out of there, you can't hit them. If they happen to fly through the like out of bounds, they get their cloaks back. And there's so many like shit that they were obviously experimenting with, but they didn't know how to apply it properly. And then you have the improved version in the Devil May Cry 5, which like does everything better. The biggest frustration for me in the main game and everything was the secret mission structure. That's like the biggest problem I had with, because that's the most annoying. Like the secret missions are insanely challenging and insanely hard, and they make it so that when you die in there, you are put to the you die. And since they are so frustratingly hard and difficult, kind of random in most situations, they like you die in them and then you're put like way behind everything. It's just like the secret missions just the structure is so bad, and they actually knew that because they changed it in the Devil May Cry 5. Like, it's kind of obvious that they understood that it's not a good stuff. But anyway, like, I don't know. There's not like really that much to say that I haven't said in the course of the playthrough, and many of the like my criticisms haven't changed from the main game. Like, this isn't, you can't really like the amount of enemies you can't really compare it to the normal game, but it kind of like still shows you, like especially fighting against the bosses, what like the whole systems. Like Grado fight is the prime example of how the game is problematic, in the sense that your character is too clumsy compared to the overwhelming like attacks the enemies do. So you're kind of like getting through in most situations with luck. And like in the second phase, like it's not just like for a casual gamer, casual pleb like me. Of course, there are like card gamers who will just like do stuff and go through it. But for a casual pleb, it's just so I mean, like I said, this is the least entertaining out of all of the Devil May Crys, because I feel like it doesn't work as well as the other games do. So, and there are some like questionable design choices, especially with the secret mission. Like the secret mission structure is the same as in the previous games, but the difference is that they're like kind of insane. Many of them. It's just not like a cool thing. But then again, what the fuck do I know? Why the fuck does it even matter what I say? Like, I'll just say that this is the least entertaining out of all of them, even after doing the Legendary Dark Knight. Like, I actually enjoyed that a bit more than the first one. Obviously, because I knew how the game worked, and I knew the mechanics already, and I could actually play it a bit better. So I enjoyed it doing it again on a harder difficulty, because this time it actually, like the thing is, originally playing through the Devil Hunter difficulty felt like the enemies are super fucking, like the normal battles, none of them were actually hard until you get to Dante and he does the AI reading, which on this difficulty, since I knew what to do against him, wasn't that big of a deal. But everyone else, every other enemy, boss type of enemy, was way harder than Dante for me in this one. Or I shouldn't say that, but was hard actually. On the Devil Hunter, basically everything was a pushover. I didn't have any problems except for the secret mission and Dante and the second demon Pope. That's kind of like the only ones that I had like an actual problem. Except for the first burial fight, because that was like I didn't have the mechanics down yet, so I kind of fucked up. And even that was like I almost beat it on the first try with beginner's luck, just like going through and mashing. But in this one, everything was a lot harder of the, like the bosses. So I don't know. This game feels like really gimmicky in my opinion. It's like if you learn what to do, like it's kind of like the same as with Ninja Gaiden. Like there's a easy way to fight against any of them, and if you fight the way, you're going to be cruising through. But if you don't find the way, you're going to be extremely frustrated and raging and like mashing the controller on your head. It feels like this game was like inspired by Ninja Gaiden, which is kind of funny because Ninja Gaiden obviously was inspired by Devil May Cry, so yeah, they switched it around. The clunkiness just shows really well, and especially after playing like in the third game, the clumsiness isn't a problem because everything is clumsy. Like the enemies, there are no like insane teleportation enemies who just like spawn instantly, or like 90% of the time tracking attacks that you need to perfectly dodge. Especially that wouldn't even matter because in that one, trickster dodge is like so superior and super good that you don't even, like, it doesn't matter. Even the fucking normal dodging and rolling and jumping is better in that one because of the way the attacks work. In this one, everything tracks like super cool. Well, not everything, but many things track like super well. So you actually have to time the dodge, but the dodges are like shitty. And even trickster on with Dante is not good. Well, I can't say not good, but like it's not so good. So the clumsiness of the game kind of like fucks you over really hard. The enemies like instantly going to another direction, you having to like change your directions instantly into how you dodge or roll or whatever. But yeah, I feel like this game just like tried to do new stuff, but it kind of failed. And then they got it down in the fifth one, because in fifth one everything works better. Like the dodging, rolling, movement, everything is just like works better in that game. So they kind of got it down after that, like into that. I mean, this is a fun game to play. Why do I say fun game? Because I was like insanely raging and frustrated and all that. It's not like even that fun of a game. Like the mechanic and the when everything works, like the combo system, like the fighting system works, and you like don't get kind of fucked up by the RNG or anything silly, or you happen to like get it down, then it's fun because it's like really cool looking and nice, and the mechanics are like sexy. But in most cases that won't happen, especially for a casual pleb, so you're just left with raging and like thinking they could have done that so much better, and why did they choose that design for this and all that. So yeah. But anyway, now I've completed the Legendary Dark Knight. New game, fresh save. And it was moderately challenging, but it, like, at first I thought that it was going to be like the hardest thing ever, but after you kind of find the Helmbreaker split spam system and all that, and kind of start to understand that you can just like move the camera to certain position in most cases, like, it's not so bad. It's honestly not really that. And once you actually play Dante and you understand that Pandora is like super broken, then yeah, who knows? Who cares? But I mean, it was fun to do it. Like, I enjoyed this more than the first playthrough, that's for sure. It's kind of nice to like do something like this. But it didn't change my, like, this was kind of like my redemption run of raging too much in the first one and like not understanding the mechanics and sucking ass. And in this one I do it a little bit better, but I still rage like a motherfucker. But yeah, I mean, I guess it was fun doing it. But most likely I will not be playing this. It's just so much inferior compared to 3 and 5 in my opinion. I don't think I will be playing this again. So, yeah. Anyway, that was my Devil May Cry 4 Legendary Dark Knight fresh new game, fresh save file playthrough. I mean, I want to say hope you enjoyed it, but you probably didn't because it was so frustrating and meme raging is probably not interesting for most people, but whatever. I did it at least. Anyway, UFONman is out. I'll see you in the next video. Whatever that may be. Bye bye.